My name is Sandy Cahalan and I work for UCO here in Maryland, and I've been on staff for 2 years now, and I'm currently in my 3rd year, so I've done MSR 3 times now.
So my name is Christine Kim. I graduated from the University of Michigan in 2015, and I am now serving as a first-year staff member with UCO in Ann Arbor.
When I first felt called to be doing a mission year, fundraising was one of the things that was probably the most scary.
I knew that I would need to fundraise, and that to me was just a big kind of, I don't know if I can do that, and I was really against it.
Just the stress that it was to be reaching out to people, and how scary that can be, and kind of causes a little bit of anxiety to reach out to people that you haven't talked to in 10, 15 years.
Up until we had group training for the support raising, I was just kind of dragging my feet.
I definitely saw MSR as kind of this necessary monster that I needed to face so that I could answer the Lord's call to mission work. And I found that MSR was actually part of that call, and that it was a beautiful part of that call.
The guys that were helping run the training, they were really helpful in helping me understand that, well, sometimes God does ask that you go in faith. And sometimes a way that He asks us to go in faith is by doing something that is out of our comfort zone and just trusting Him that this is the way He wants to do it.
Also, calling people is less weird than it feels. Reaching out to people is not as strange as we think it is. People were really excited to hear how I was doing, to hear what the Lord was doing in my life and what the Lord was doing through UCO, and I was blessed with a rekindling of a couple of different friendships from high school and from college as a result of doing MSR and in reaching out to them.
My name is Clara Schwartz. I run our UCO fundraising office. When I first considered doing a mission year, I really wondered if I was the staff type. I studied accounting mostly for the sake of avoiding talking to people. And here I was considering one of the most people-oriented jobs that there is. What I found is that our mission requires a whole set of gifts and abilities. My contribution looks a bit different from other missionaries. I spend a lot of time writing up reports and looking at spreadsheets, but I love that the work that I do enables missionaries to go out all over our campuses and spread the good news of Jesus Christ. I believe that the Lord calls the whole person, and He calls us as we are. If we're asking you to do a UCO mission year, it's because we're interested in you. I believe that the Lord wants to use and form you. In my last 4 years of doing UCO work, I've not only grown as an accountant, but as a missionary.
Hello, my name is Greg Kaduni. When I decided to work for UCO a couple years ago, it was one of the toughest decisions in my life. One of the biggest question marks I had at the time was, how is this going to impact my career? I had a lot of fears, I had a lot of uncertainties. Wasn't sure where this was going to lead me and whether or not this was going to hold me back from potential in my career. So I was working at Chrysler at the time. A lot of people were telling me, why are you leaving? Especially the people that were managing me. Telling me, why are you leaving? What are you going to? You're going to something that's uncertain, where you're getting paid a lot less than you would get paid here. And they were right. But in a certain regard, that was one of the best years of my life. As I look back, I have no regrets on making that decision. I'm back at Chrysler right now after a year working with UCO, and again, that was one of the best decisions of my life. What did I learn? So first of all, I'm back at Chrysler with a much higher pay than I had before. I'm back with a much better job, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I think some of the skills that I learned with UCO and some of the opportunity of responding to the Lord's will, that's not a coincidence. The Lord's blessing was clear through my decisions. And I'm grateful to Him for that. Some of the other things that I've taken from my time with UCO are things like personal skills, things like relational skills, things like communicating vision, facilitating decision making, things like engaging with failure, how to run and lead other men, especially for me, who aren't necessarily motivated by salary, who aren't necessarily motivated by the fact that this is their job. Instead, they're motivated by a desire to do good, or a desire to change, or a desire to be part of something bigger. So those are some of the skills I learned. Those are skills that I use today. Indeed, it's borne a lot of fruit in my life. These are skills that I would not have learned otherwise. and I'm grateful to the Lord for calling me to it and giving me the opportunity to be part of UCO for a year.